Hi there. So in this video, we are going to take a look at exception handling in C#. So first thing, open Visual Studio and create one C# console project. Now you will have empty projects such as this. Now inside static void main, we are going to write our code. So let's say I want to try to convert a string into integer value, and I want to check whether a particular type of exception occurs or not. Okay, so let's use keyword try to check this part where I'm converting, let's say, integer count, and I want to convert to int 16. Okay, now here for this method we are going to give some string value. Okay, now in catch block we are going to call exception. So we will use console dot write line, and we will try to output any exception that occurs while performing this conversion. So as you can see, we have to convert string into integer, and that value will be stored in count. However, whether we can do this or not will be checked, and exception will be catched by this catch block. And then there is one thing about exception handling. If we found our exception and have issue, then we can decide what to do later with finally block. So we will handle our exception, and after that we will simply say string to integer failed. Okay, as you can see, we try to check for one condition whether it performs properly or not within try block. So anything that you're unsure of and want to check whether it throws exception or throws error should go into this try block. Let's say you want to connect to a database, then all information related to connecting or executing query should go into try block. Then any exception that may occur will be handled by exception. Okay, you can particularly handle exception based on your try block. So for this string to integer conversion, formatted exception can be handled here, but I have used generic exception E, and that E will be outputted, and that E will point us to formatted exception. Now, and the finally block is when you are catching your exception and then you want to act on it. Then you work on some routine stuff and go over your exception. Okay, so finally block will be reserved for that. So you are trying to see a particular action works. If it not, then exception will occur, and after that what you want to do will be in finally block. So now that our concepts are clear, let's execute this. Now here you see we tried to convert from string to integer and we got format exception. This is because we are using generic exception and outputting that with console write line. You can replace this exception E with format exception. Okay, and there will be a bit shorter. Okay, so you can change this into some other condition and try to catch that exception. Okay, so this was a short demo on exception handling.